Well, Coach, we are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
From the 39, Wilson being chased out. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm going to hit you all.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Easy. Go, 14. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one, deep left side, and this will be caught at the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 29 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
San Francisco coming back out on the field now. They're 10-2 after the defeat. The game-winning field goal that Baltimore had to take them down 20-17. Well, I'll just give you the mic because you were there. You called that game. What did you see from San Fran?
I saw a team that, going into it, we were talking about this being a Super Bowl preview. I walk away from it thinking, yes, it could easily be a Super Bowl preview. That's a very good team in San Francisco. Conditions were brutal out there. Driving rain, horrific wind. But they played so tough in that game, had their opportunities, and got beat by a field goal at the buzzer. I think this is a team offensively, defensively, even special teams can compete with anyone. And I can't wait to see their race for the NFC West crown because I believe Week 17, they're at Seattle. That could decide it all.
But right now, think of the stretch that they're kind of in the midst of. 5-game run against Seattle, Arizona, Green Bay, Baltimore, and then New Orleans. Man, that is not easy.
No, it's not easy at all, but how about this? Raheem Mostert. Did you know that name before the Baltimore game? Their running back went for nearly 150 yards. The first time he's ever over 100 yards in a game. They're doing it by committee at the running back position. A different hero each week.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he will find his man on the outside. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the three-quarter pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? Where they headed for the home stretch, is what he also said.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
16 yards, a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.